Well, hello, it's time for my annual Christmas shopping clip. Oh yes, I like to go real shopping in real shops with real people. And every year I drive around my little local market towns. We're very lucky here in southeast Somerset. We're surrounded by great little towns. And I prefer to buy real things off real people. So I'm going to go and buy some real things off real people. You can, of course, buy all of your Christmas shopping online from large online retailers. But consider this. If you buy everything from a large online retailer, number one, the carbon footprint of having all those things delivered often I'm putting on my handbrake because I'm going to have a little rant here. But think of the carbon footprint of all of those things being delivered in enormous amounts of cardboard, which then has to be recycled. We have so much cardboard recycling here in this tiny little village in southeast Somerset that sometimes the recycling men just don't pick it up because they don't have room. And that's just an ordinary Monday morning, not Christmas or anything. So you may think, oh, I can sit online, I can just order everything online and it'll be cheap, but it might not cost you very much. But what will it cost the planet? The other thing is, if you go onto large online retailers, they often have an enormous amount of choice. It's true, you can get anything you like. But I find that overwhelming and I can't buy. I just get stuck going, I don't know whether I want this pirate pen or this pen, or they're all sort of almost exactly the same and I can't see them, I can't feel them, I don't know what they're like. What size is it? All of that stuff. So if you go to a small independent shop, what you find, if you like what's in the window, this is a really big deal, I think. If you look in the window of a small independent shop and you like the kind of things they've got in the window, the chances are you're going to like the things that are in the shop. So what the shopkeeper has done for you is they have edited by buying themselves for the shop. They've edited all the things, they've curated all the things that are available for people to buy as Christmas presents this year, so that they've shrunk the possibilities down to a really nice selection that you can choose from. And I think that is such a massive time saver. So I can go, for example, I'm going to go to Rose and Lions in Bruton, great favourite shop of mine. I'm not wearing earrings from there, but Rose and Lions is a great little shop, and particularly it's where I will start with all my Christmas shopping. Because she's got really, really good taste, Nikki, who runs it, whose shop it is. And so I can trust her. I know that if I turn up at Rose and Lions, there will be a gift for my husband's niece and nephew. There will be something really nice for my friend who's been hosting my boy in London since September. I know that she'll have something really attractive. So I'm going to go and have a look at Rose and Lions, and that's Bruton. And then I'm going to go to Wincanton, my local little town, where there's a brilliant place called Cole's Yard, where Lydia sells her beautiful baskets and Saskia sells her beautiful flower essences. And there's all sorts of good stuff at Cole's Yard in Wincanton, vintage clothing, all sorts. And then I'm going to go to the bookshop in Castle Cary, which is called Bailey Hill. And a bookshop is a classic example of I'm sitting in my own driveway. I'm not causing a traffic jam, by the way. But a bookshop is a classic example. I'm going to turn I realise. There we are. I'm turning the engine off. I'm sitting in my own driveway. I'm not driving around the countryside talking to you on the phone. But a bookshop is a really great example of a place where you can go, where the owner of the bookshop will have curated the list of what they've got for sale, so that you don't have to trawl through the entire world of books, which, if you've got plenty of time and nothing else to do, fine, large online retailers can do that for you. But a small independent bookshop is a treasure trove. And I know these people, they're my neighbour, it's a neighbourhood town, and I trust their taste. They will have in stock some really lovely new books, some interesting non-fiction, and often they have some nice vintage books, second-hand books. So I'd rather go there give them the money, but also they've saved me a lot of time because they've curated 90% of the books in the world that I don't want to buy out and kept the 10% that they know me and, you know, they know their customer really well and they've got really good taste in books. So I'll go there. And any of your local independent bookshops, I cannot recommend more highly. Go and have an actual look around a small indie bookshop and you'll find all sorts of things that the algorithm would not offer to you. Anyway, there we go. Let's go shopping. Off we go. So here we are in sunny Bruton, and I'm going to start my list at Rose and Lions, where there is everything. It's like a treasure trove of everything I want. But look, so that's the chapel, which is a really nice place to eat and stay. If you ever come on a workshop here at Common Farm Flowers, we have them on our list of places to stay. And I took my colleague Nicola there for our Christmas lunch on Tuesday, and we had the most delicious mix of little side dishes and some very nice non-alcoholic fizz. Always delicious. Anyway, here's Rose and Lions. Oh, full of excitement. All sorts of good things in here. Look at this shop. It is a treasure trove. There is everything you could possibly want for anybody here. And oh my goodness, look who's here.
Hi!
Oh, thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you, Georgie.
Happy Christmas.
And you, Merry Christmas!
Bye-bye. Well, I'm here. I'll pop into the bakery at the chapel and get myself a loaf of bread. Right, that's 13 out of 27 presents done at Rose and Lions. It's a good place. Candles, candlesticks, a little ice bucket, travel things for kids going travelling. I mean, just really nice, not especially expensive, but just lovely things for gifts for people you love. Highly recommend. I mean, I know Nikki Mendoza is my friend, but you know what? I really go on the website if you live far away and have a look. They have lovely things. Anyway, on we go. Now, this is the excellent, excellent little town of Wincanton. Excellent for lots and lots of reasons. Number one, how attractive. Number two, the single best post office in the world. Really very, very, very high-end post office on the market square. Brilliant local jeweller, Alex Appleton. But I'm here today particularly for Coles Yard, which is like a brilliant little treasure trove of places to shop at. Records. And this is brilliant, the shop here, full of really delicious things to eat. And Lydia, who's a big star on Instagram, this is where she keeps her baskets. I'm gonna have a look here first. And then through here, look who I've got. My friend Saskia and her flower essences. And I'm particularly here because there's Saskia. Hello, Saskia. Hi. I'm particularly here for the lip balm. Look at this, which is made from Saskia's boy, Fred, not Bert. Fred's honeybees. So I've got some for my mum and some for my sister. Look how beautiful the shop is. And the music you hear is the trees singing.
The plant in the corner. Behind my coat, in fact. It stopped because Georgie's coming.
There's a machine. That's the machine. And when the plants talk, the plants are all plugged in.
This plant, particularly.
Can you hear the bing bing? That's the plant talking. I'm not kidding. Don't laugh. They all talk. Look, here comes. It's okay. Don't panic. They're coming. They're coming. Anyway, this is my lovely, this is where I come and get all my essences. And if you ever get an essence from Saskia, this is where they are. From here, they are sent. And while I'm here at Saskia's, I'm just getting my essence. Look, she's been dousing me my new essence. and I've got fig and hornbeam and beech and buttercup and blackberry and
bluebell we didn't talk about.
Oh, bluebell. I don't even know what bluebell does.
Bluebell's really good for speaking up for yourself, knowing that what you've got to say isn't the same as what anyone else has got to say, and just head up, off we go.
Oh, well, there we go. I'm going to be brave and say
whatever you want.
And say whatever I want, knowing that it's worth saying and not the same as what everybody else has got to say.
Yeah.
I love my monthly essence from Saskia, and I wasn't going to do this now, but we suddenly realised that there isn't another minute, and I'm about to run out of the old one, so time for a new
blend. Yeah.
Well, that was very lovely. So I've got my new essence. Look at these lovely things. They're not on my list, being very sensible. I might see if I can find something for Mum in the basket shop. Lydia's taking all her baskets to a fair tomorrow, so I'm going to come back next week and see if she's got a little basket for Mum. But aren't they lovely? Look at that. That's a log basket beyond compare, isn't it? I love all the stuff that she has, and all made by Lydia. She's gorgeous. So do look up Lydia's willow weaving, because look at the quality. Look at that. Anyway, I'm going to come back and see if she's got something smaller for Mum for next week. Well, that was very successful. I got some really nice foodie things for Fabrizio's stocking. So things like I got olive oil and nice jars of beans and a vegetable scrubber and all those useful things for Fabrizio at the shop that sells nice things like beans. Having been to Saskia's and got my essence, as well as the little Fredbear's bee balm and my essence, and I feel a bit manic, but it's 3:15, so I left home at 1:30, and so 2:30, so that's an hour and 3/4, and I've done pretty much, I've certainly broken the back of my Christmas shopping in an hour and 3/4. I bet I've spent less than I would have done online, where I would have thought, oh, I could buy them a speaker for, I don't know, £100 or something. I bet I spent less. Every time you spend money locally in small independent shops, for every pound you spend or every dollar you spend, 50% more goes into the local economy. There's a phrase that's called, but I can't remember what it is. But if you shop locally with small independent shops, every pound you spend or every dollar, 50% more goes into your local economy. So that's employment, crafts, people making things, supply, artistry, cooking, all of that stuff goes into your local economy. It's really, really worth thinking about. What is the value of your Christmas pound, your Christmas dollar, and where do you want to spend it? If you spend it locally, the money increases the local economy. If you spend it with a large online retailer, then the money just goes in the large online retailer's pocket. That's all I'm saying about that. And now we're in the incredibly attractive market town of Castle Cary. This is a hilarious shop called Needful Things behind me, and it always does an incredible Christmas display. Anyway, we're really here for the bookshop and the wine shop, and I have 1 more hour to get it all done, and you'll just see I'll get it all done. Castle Cary has a real old-fashioned hardware shop. These things are rare and beautiful and should be celebrated. Look, everything you could possibly need. Brushes, anyone? This is the butcher. Look how attractive the window of the butcher is. Full of all sorts of useful, delicious things, as well as, wow, look at that beef in there. And there's this lovely antique shop, and it's full of, it has lots of different traders with all their stock. Look at that lovely greenhouse. I mean, it's not a greenhouse, it's a doll's house. You could really, really have some fun here. Come on, keep an eye on the prize. Tempting though it is, I'm going to keep going to the bookshop because that's what I'm here for. Cary has this lovely old market market house. You can rent the upstairs for parties. Look at this, another hardware shop. Imagine a town this size, small market town, 2 hardware shops. Heaven. And right next door is the bookshop. Oh, I've heard of this book. That might be something. You know when you buy presents, one for somebody else and one for me? I might get myself this one and then Fabrizio can give it to me. Right, 8 books and it's 10 to 4, I think. 10 to 4, let's see. Something like 10 to 4. Yeah, 5 to 4. 10 books. So I've done most of my Christmas shopping. I still have a little bit to do, and there will be a bit of online retail. Of course, you know, there are things that I can't get. That, you know, particular presents that people want. Turn the car off again. But let's call it 4 o'clock. I left home at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 2.5 hours. I've done most of my Christmas shopping in 3 small local towns. And every pound I've spent locally is worth 50% more, £1.50. So if I've spent 200 quid, it's worth 300 quid to the local economy. That is why it's really worth shopping locally. Plus, I have enjoyed shops where the shopkeepers have done the curating for me. They have been to all the trade fairs. They've been and seen all the stuff. So they've cut the choice down to something that I can do pretty much all my Christmas shopping in a couple of hours in 3 very small, extremely charming little local towns. I bet it would have taken longer if I'd done it online. And I know that the carbon footprint would have been heavier. I know that the value to the economy would have been much greater to the online retailer. I bet you I'd have spent more money because I'd have ended up buying more expensive things instead of being offered really very attractive things which don't cost a fortune. And they're unusual gifts. They're not the gifts that everybody sees on all the online retailers. So I will definitely be doing some online retail. But I've got to go now because I've got half an hour left. I've got to go via the farm shop on the way back, where I'm going to order my turkey because I haven't done that bit yet. So I'm going to the Kimber's farm shop for the turkey and on we go. Anyway, I hope you're inspired to think, maybe go shopping for your Christmas shopping. Don't do it all online. For whatever reason, because you might find something unusual or because there might be, you know, because the money will make a difference locally, because you'd rather not spend all the money in the world on deliveries which cost the planet and all the cardboard. What are you going to do with it all? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Look at that. I've had to stop and park the car. This is an ice moon. It's the full moon before Christmas. I'm a moon. I love a moon. Do you love a moon? Look at that. What books did I buy at Bailey Hill Bookshop? Well, very much in the spirit of one for you, one for me. That one's for me, that one's for me, that one's for Fabrizio, that one's for me, that's for my sister, that's probably for me, and then I'll read it, and then so long as I don't break the spine, it'll go on to my sister. That's definitely for me, and definitely for me. So, you know, generosity, and also bearing in mind that I get a break at Christmas and I like something to read. And Rose and Lions was great because while I was choosing, Jess was wrapping. So I can't show you what I bought because it's all wrapped, but also it's a secret and I don't want people to know in advance what they've got for Christmas. So I could show you a few other things, but I can't because my children might watch the programme and then they'll know that I bought them inexpensive earrings, socks, hair dooberries, and travel sewing kits. So no, my Christmas shopping is by no means finished, but that was a really great session. It really broke the back of the Christmas shopping. So I've got a little bit to do. I will do a little bit online. I'm not completely a dinosaur. And there are some things that have to be ordered. But isn't it great that if you try, you can go and do a lot of really nice Christmas shopping in your local shops, and you'll have a really nice time. I loved it that I could chat to my friends and neighbours and neighbouring businesses. We support each other, and hopefully we will all go into 2026 with renewed vigour, a little bit of cash in the bank, ready to carry on earning enough in our, small businesses. Generally, local businesses are not huge businesses. They're modest businesses. And the people who run them make a modest living. So let's support that, because it's not greedy or large or ever growing. It's stepping away from the more for the sake of more model. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.